Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Do these leftist lunatics even listen to themselves? Do they hear themselves? I swear the hypocrisy of the modern left is so incredibly rich. These people are so unhinged and so borderline brain dead, it almost feels like they're pranking us. And every single day we get more new examples of just how absolutely deranged some of these people have become. And of course, if you're looking for some of these examples, then look no further than TikTok. It's a real deranged leftist cesspool over there, I gotta tell ya. And once again, the brain rot is plentiful, as the latest idiotic left-wing talking point is conjured up. We've got these TikTok leftists now running around declaring that if you voted for Trump, you are no longer allowed to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Yep, seriously, that's where we're at in terms of left-wing political rhetoric. These people actually think that they're making a bold political statement by telling people that they've lost the right to drink margaritas on Cinco de Mayo because they don't support illegal migration. It's so mind-numbingly stupid. It's hard to tell, again, if these people are being serious or if they're just punking us. But well, of course, we know they're being absolutely serious. Let me show you guys this insane lunacy and why it's such a poor attempt at making an argument. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so yeah, take a look at the latest Leftwing Meltdown.
If you voted for the Red Hats, let me tell you something. I bet not see not Nam Cinco de Mayo post this. Not a tequila, not a taco. I don't even want you to use a Miracle Whip this year. Do you understand me? Nothing. You don't even get to drink. You drink water that day.
Voted for that orangutan. I don't want to see a margarita in your hand in 4 days. I don't want to see chips and queso at your table, and it better be the 5th of May to you and nothing else, since you want to speak English so bad.
And if you voted for Trump, I don't want to see you sipping out a damn thing on Monday. I don't want to see you drinking no margarita. I don't want to see you drinking no slushy. I don't want to see you drinking nothing but water and damn disappointment. Okay, do you hear me? You don't deserve it. I better not see it. Best believe that my spot, I'm walking in and asking for voter registration cards. Let me see what you did. Show me your proof.
Yeah, so according to these woke TikTok geniuses, if you're a Trump voter or if you're a red hat, you're banned from celebrating Cinco de Mayo. Why? Well, because you support border security, you support an actual sovereign nation, you support legal immigration, you don't want your country flooded with fentanyl or MS-13 members or cheap labor, creating downward pressure on wages for the working class. But of course, from their very warped perspective and their limited view, not supporting illegal migration means that you're anti-Mexican. And now you're not allowed to sip a Corona or eat a taco on May 5th. How incredibly stupid, but also how incredibly racist. I mean, let's talk about the actual message here. Essentially, they're telling Mexican Americans included, because of course many Mexican Americans voted for Donald Trump in massive numbers, they're essentially telling those people that they're not real Mexicans unless they fall in line with the far leftist Democrat Party political view. That if you're a Latino and you support Trump, that you're now disqualified from celebrating your own heritage. Do these clowns even hear themselves? And the real implication is actually crystal clear. Latinos must vote Democrat or else. That is what they're saying. That's not progressive, that's not inclusive, that is disgusting racial gatekeeping, and it's the definition of this covert left-wing racism. It's so incredibly insulting, and also, it really doesn't pack the punch that they pretend it does. I mean, here's the irony. They're threatening all of these Trump supporters. I guess they're really targeting this at the white Trump supporter. You're not allowed to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. As if anybody cares. I mean, come on. Most Trump supporters don't care about Cinco de Mayo. Why would they? Oh no, I can't celebrate a foreign nation's Independence Day. What am I ever gonna do? I mean, that's the reality. It's a regional holiday that essentially got co-opted into a bar promo so businesses can get butts in the bar and increase their tequila sales. And honestly, it's almost as if these leftists don't even realize what they're saying. They're telling American citizens that they can no longer celebrate Mexican Independence Day as if that's some sort of crushing blow. It's not. It's idiotic, it's ignorant, it's racist to the Mexican Trump supporters, and of course, beyond anything else, it's absolutely cringe. They think that this is some kind of epic clapback. Oh, gotcha, maggots. But really, it's just more proof that these people are absolutely unserious. But let's continue to dig a little deeper and really continue to highlight the absolute idiocy of this kind of racial and moral grandstanding. Let's cut to the real core of the issue here, the left's obsession with illegal migration. Because that's what this is really about, right? The idea is that if you're against illegal immigration, you hate Latinos. First of all, that's absolutely false. Nearly half of all American Latinos in the last election voted for Donald Trump. That's millions of people. What's the claim that you leftoids are making? That these Latinos are self-hating? That they hate Hispanics and that's why they voted for Trump? It's completely idiotic. They don't hate Latinos. They're against open borders. And they're especially against the horrors of human smuggling and trafficking, the abuse of children, women being trafficked across the desert, cartels making billions upon billions of dollars, and the sheer lawlessness that then enters the country, which hits American streets and in some cases leads to horrific incidences like what happened with Lake and Riley. But then here comes the left again, pretending that they care about the poor migrants, but it's obviously a cheap manipulative tactic, because every time I actually hear them talk about these migrants, they expose their actual true agenda. It's not about compassion, it's about cheap labor. We all remember when Nancy Pelosi told us we need illegals to pick crops.
We need them to pick the crops.
Or when Ozzy Osbourne's daughter said, well, Donald Trump, if you deport all the illegals, then who's going to be cleaning your toilets?
Who is going to be cleaning your toilet, Donald Trump?
That was a classic. And actually, just to add to the leftist sentiment, we actually got a new example from none other than Charlemagne da Gaulle, who hits us with this absolute big brain take, saying that Donald Trump shouldn't deport illegal migrants, but rather he should keep them in the country so we could use them for cheap labor to open up our own sweatshops instead of outsourcing to China.
Yes, sure, it sounds good in theory. Let's manufacture stuff in America, but it costs too much money to manufacture things in America. But does it have to?
I don't know if it costs too much.
But that's my point. Does it have to?
I think that that's a convenient lie that they tell us. I think you can manufacture things here. And then people go, oh, a cell phone will cost $30,000. He goes, I bet you $1 million it don't cost them $30,000 once you start making it.
That's what I'm saying. Does it have to? They say that, right? Man, it just costs too much to manufacture in America. Does it have to? Why does it?
Well, it costs the companies. I don't know if it's going to cost the consumer.
But why does it cost the companies?
Because you got to pay people much larger wages than they are getting paid overseas. So if you brought all this manufacturing back to America, like in its factory jobs and its mass production, like, are you going to pay everybody $15 an hour, or are you going to pay them $45 an hour?
Well, you know what you do. You build the manufacturers and stop the deportation. And you take the people that you're deporting and put them in those factories and pay them those low wages.
No, but on the real, part of the problem is
that's kind of slavery. It's not exactly, but
I didn't say anything about slavery. I'm just saying that you build the factories and you take the people who actually want to work in those factories for those low wages and let them go.
You want to find a way to build a fit this that it can be function here. Simple as that.
But we also have to be real. Americans, for the most part, don't want those jobs.
Stop it. I don't subscribe to that. Stop it. That's bullshit. I don't believe that's bullshit rhetoric that they tell you.
Well, if they don't, stop deporting the people and let them work.
Holy frickin' moly. Yeah, we care so much about the poor migrants. No, you don't. You just use them. You just grandstand in an effort to guilt trip people into supporting your economic agenda. It's all cheap manipulation. That's what identity politics and racial politics always is. And here we have the left now using a Mexican holiday in an attempt to gaslight people into supporting their political agenda. Absolutely cringe, sad, and pathetic. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys on this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.